What is up, everybody? Sid the Nerdy Mark here, and I have your review for the February 19th episode of Monday Night Raw. Now, you probably have a lot of questions. First of all, why am I reviewing a pro wrestling show when I reviewed a comic book movie in the beginning? And also, what is a nerdy mark? And also, what is this on my head? Why is there a beanie on my head? Well, look, it's literally just hair. Okay, it's just hair. I didn't have time to brush my hair before filming this. I wanted to get this out to you guys the day you're watching it, which is Tuesday. Okay, so please, just for today, bear with me. I'm gonna put this back on. Okay. And we're good, okay? Who knows? Maybe this will become a cool trademark. I don't know. To get to the point, what is a nerdy mark? First of all, as you saw, I did do a review of Black Panther, and that was a comic book review. As you know, I am very interested in comic books with that video, but I have other interests too. I'm also very interested in anime, and I'm also very interested in video games. And that video game interest actually translated into my interest in pro wrestling, because when I was a kid, I played a game called WWF No Mercy, and that really got me into pro wrestling. I really wanted to talk about all of these things that interest me in life. I didn't want to just stick to comic books or just video games or pro wrestling or anime. I didn't have another way to point. I'd have to point back there, and there's nothing back there. So yeah, the side that likes video games, comic books, and anime is my nerdy side, and the side that loves pro wrestling is my mark side. The wrestling fans are usually known as marks. So I'm a nerd and a mark. Nerd plus mark, nerdy mark. Also, I do want to note, this is definitely a different camera angle from my Black Panther review. So just let me know which one you like better. I'm trying out different camera angles to see what works. So let me know if you like this better or what you saw in the Black Panther review better. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's start talking about Monday Night Raw, the February 19th edition of Monday Night Raw. Raw begins with our first ever Gauntlet match. Well, not first ever, just this is like a first Gauntlet match in a long time between the 7 men in the men's Elimination Chamber match, which of course, whoever wins goes on to WrestleMania to face Brock Lesnar. It's gonna be Roman. We start off with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins have a good bout. They go for quite some time. So we finally have Seth Rollins looking strong by eliminating Roman Reigns from the Gauntlet match. And then the second competitor is John Cena. The whole story here is the fact that Seth Rollins, he's really tired from his previous bout with Roman Reigns. It was pretty fantastic. I have to say, like, they really built up Seth Rollins as this underdog, just as this guy who was really, struggling to stay alive in this match. John Cena hits him with AA after AA after AA, locks him in a couple of STFs, even hits a 5-knuckle shuffle on him, does everything, but the dude just will not go down. And John Cena, even in the match, keeps telling him, stay down, but he doesn't stay down. It really, brings about that underdog spirit that become a staple of Seth Rollins' character now that he's turned babyface. In the end, John Cena does get eliminated by a very, very tired Seth Rollins. Out comes Elias, who is still taped after last week's previous bout with Braun Strowman, who basically hit him with a double base. And by the way, that was awesome. I actually wish I started making videos last week, because then I could have talked about that. But it was awesome. That was awesome. But anyway, Elias, pick the bones up afterwards, eliminating Seth Rollins in a very short time. And I gotta say one thing though. Why is it that when the match is going on, why are you conducting interviews in the middle? Isn't that what you have the Raw Fallout segment on your YouTube channel? WWE, what are you doing? After that, out comes Finn Balor and Elias go about for, I would say for about, I don't know, I guess 20 minutes. This is a pretty long match. I'll give you that. It's like pretty much takes up majority of the show. So we had Finn Balor finally eliminate Elias, and who should come his way? Who should be next but of course, The Miz, the Intercontinental Champion. The Miz Taraj, but this was really cool. The Miz Taraj come out from the ramp, and Finn Balor's all reared up, ready to go. Boom! From the back comes The Miz, and he attacks Finn Balor, really getting that heel heat from the fans. I'm glad that they're really, accentuating the fact that, hey, these are bad guys and you're supposed to boo them. Because bad guys are having this, there's a tradition with WWE and bad guys getting cheered and faces getting booed. And on that note, I do want to say that I actually do like Roman Reigns. Buy me Sparks. The Miz eliminates Finn Balor. He's celebrating, but then he realizes there's only one man left. And that man is Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman comes out to a thunderous Braun. I love Braun Strowman, man. Braun Strowman does come out and everyone dies, basically. Everyone dies. So that's kind of how this match ends. Braun Strowman hitting The Miz with a running power slam. 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman wins this match. And then, after this match is over, so Braun Strowman then proceeds to go back and deliver 3 more running power slams to The Miz, Bo Dallas, and Curtis Axel. So overall, I actually really enjoyed this match. I thought it was entertaining. The story with Seth Rollins was really good. I really enjoyed that. Pulling on our heartstrings like that. That was really great. Elias and Miz do some great heel work. Roman and Finn, they do what they have to do. I don't really have much to say. And then, of course, there's Braun Strowman, who is just a big cartoon character, and I love everything about that. So after this, we get a segment that the Gauntlet match kind of stole the thunder from the rest of the show. So I kind of wish the Gauntlet match was the main event, but it wasn't. We'll get to the main event in a sec. But Asuka comes out. Asuka is going to face Nia Jax at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view this Sunday. Mainly because both of them are not in the first ever women's Elimination Chamber match. We are just making history all over, folks, now aren't we? Asuka is delivering this promo talking about, oh yeah, Nia Jax is a great wrestler, but I'm going to beat her at Elimination Chamber. And then Nia Jax comes out and she basically lays waste to Asuka. If Nia Jax wins, she's going to be inserted in the Raw Women's Championship match with Asuka and Alexa Bliss. So a part of me does want to see Nia Jax win, but a part of me also does not want to see Asuka's undefeated streak broken just yet. But overall, this was an okay segment. I didn't really care much about it. It is also announced, by the way, that Jeff Jarrett will be joining Goldberg, the Dudley Boys, and Ivory in the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2018. I think this is an interesting pick for Hall of Fame just because Jeff Jarrett was not a big fan of the WWE, so much so that he started his own wrestling promotion, which we're not supposed to talk about because WWE is the only wrestling promotion around, and we're not supposed to talk about TNA or anything else because none of that exists. But then again, of course, Alundra Blaze did throw the belt in the trash can and she became Hall of Famer. So it is also announced that Woken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt will do battle in the ring at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I think this is kind of a bittersweet thing for me, to be honest, just because we got that match during Raw 25 and that match wasn't all that great. But I think, in a bigger stage like in Elimination Chamber, this could have the potential of being something a little bit better. Fingers crossed that it is a good match, but we'll see. I definitely do hope the payoff does happen at WrestleMania, but this is definitely a good start. I really hope that they kind of continue this feud until WrestleMania. But for right now, I am both excited and also a little bit concerned about this match. And of course, that leads us to another segment between Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. And it is just like the segment that we got the first time Matt Hardy debuted. And I gotta say, this was a good segment. I actually enjoyed this because I felt like these segments started losing their way a little bit. But I think with something like this, that with their switching back and forth promos, this was actually a better segment than what we've seen in recent past. However, it was literally just Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy repeating the same thing, Bray Wyatt going, Matt Hardy's a liar. Matt Hardy's like, Bray Wyatt's a liar. Bray Wyatt says, Matt Hardy will burn. Matt Hardy says Bray Wyatt will be deleted. But the thing I will say is there was no thing where both of them were just laughing and trying to out-laugh each other. I'm kind of glad because that laughing, I mean, it was cool in the beginning, but it really started to get on my nerves. I'm like, is this all they're really going to do with these two guys? Please, something besides the laughing. Overall, I will say that I like this promo. Like I said, one of the better promos that these two have cut in the recent past. We then move on to the Bar versus Titus Worldwide. Sheamus and Cesaro, the tag team champions, versus Titus O'Neil and Apollo. Now, he's just Apollo. He's no longer Apollo Crews. It's not a bad match either. It's a good competitive match between the two. All four of these guys have good chemistry. Again, my only concern is that they do not feud for the next 67 years like Seth Rollins has been doing since like the summer of last year. Like since before SummerSlam, he's been feuding with Sheamus and Cesaro. He's been, and it just started becoming really, really old. Please, WWE, please, I implore you as a fan, do not make this as tiresome as what you did with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I would put the title on Titus Brand because, or on Titus Worldwide, whatever, because, you know, I want to see some new champions. But this was a good match. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed this match. I thought it was great. And now for the main event. And the main event is a 6-woman tag match between all the participants in the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. Isn't that awesome? Making so much history with this pay-per-view. What the hell are you doing, SmackDown Live? We have the two teams that consist of Sasha Banks, Mickie James, and Bayley versus Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and Alexa Bliss. Okay, hey guys. I was actually editing this video, and I realized that I forgot to talk about this match. I mean, well, I did talk about it, but I think I accidentally deleted the file. So, sorry about that. Second video in, we're doing great, aren't we? But anyway, so, but I will talk a little bit about this match. I did enjoy the story being told here with Alexa Bliss not wanting to attack Mickie James because she thinks she can kind of keep her on her side. So that was pretty cool. I thought that was interesting heelish tactics by Alexa, you know, doing whatever she will to keep her championship safe. Right, and I don't know if this is like a heel turn for Mickie James or a face turn for Alexa Bliss. I don't think it's going to be either, but still. So anyway, that was the biggest highlight about this match. But the match does end when the baby faces look strong. Alexa Bliss does tap out to the bank statement. So yeah, and then after that, I did love the ending where Alexa Bliss and Mickie James actually team up to take out Absolution. They perform like a double DDT on them, and they both walk out together. So that's interesting. I'm interested to see where this goes. So overall, what did I think about the show? I thought it was a very good show. Great opening match. Great 7-man gauntlet match. I love the promo between Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. Again, one of the better ones that I've seen in the recent past, so good job there. Even the main event was good, the 6-woman tag match. A couple of storylines going there. I really enjoyed it, so yeah. But that's about it. I don't really have much else to say. But let me know what you guys thought about Monday Night Raw in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on social media. And until next time, this is Sid the Nerdy Mark, signing off.